In the final days of the Lanka War, Lakshmana lies dying. Struck by Indrajit's celestial weapon, he has only until sunrise to live. To save him, Hanuman begins an urgent flight across the subcontinent to retrieve the Sanjivani herb from the Himalayas. During this mission, Hanuman operates at the peak of his power. He is impervious to conventional weapons, moving with a velocity and strength that effectively makes him unstoppable by any standard military force. Ravana recognizes this reality. He faces a problem he cannot solve with armies. He must halt an adversary who has no apparent physical weakness. Ravana relies on KALNEMI, an operative possessing mastery over Maya or illusion. The goal is to stall Hanuman's progress by deceiving him, using a trap where combat has already failed. Later regional and devotional adaptations of the Ramayana expanded this encounter. We will examine how these texts use KALNEMI's trap to explore the nature of spiritual discernment. I'm Pawan Tucker.
Together, we will investigate the textual and theological layers of this confrontation. KALNEMI's deployment moves the conflict from the physical battlefield into the realm of the mind. KALNEMI descends from a lineage of Rakshasas who specialize in the craft of illusion. Looking at the family tree, we trace the descent from the creator deities Brahma and Pulastya. As the lineage progresses, specific branches focus on the manipulation of appearances. This expertise passes directly through the demon Maricha to his son KALNEMI. Maricha executed the initiating deception of the entire epic. By transforming into a golden deer, he manipulated Sita's desires and drew Rama away from the hermitage, facilitating her abduction. This lineage carries a specific method, using a holy or beautiful mask to hide a lethal purpose. Ravana selects KALNEMI for his familial expertise in this kind of subterfuge. With his armies failing, the king requires a subtle way to exploit Hanuman's few vulnerabilities. KALNEMI's trap is an evolution of the deception his father used, a more complex attempt to derail the divine mission. Hanuman's mission requires traversing the subcontinent, flying from Lanka to the Dronagiri Mountains in the Himalayas. The crisis in Lanka dictates the pressure on the mission. Indrajit's attack has set a strict deadline. If the herb is not applied by sunrise, Lakshmana will die. Ravana's instructions are precise. KALNEMI does not need to overpower Hanuman. He simply needs to delay him until the sun rises, at which point the mission becomes a failure. KALNEMI understands Hanuman's strength and initially fears the encounter. Ravana responds with immediate threats, forcing him to accept the mission. KALNEMI departs to establish his trap along Hanuman's flight path, aiming to catch the warrior as he nears his goal. Ravana is no longer fighting a war of attrition. He is using the clock itself as a weapon. Hanuman is flying at high speed. He is weary from the journey and seeks a moment of purification before reaching the sacred mountain. KALNEMI intercepts him by conjuring a peaceful ashram. Disguised as an ascetic, he offers rest. This exploits Hanuman's respect for spiritual practitioners, ensuring he pauses. The sage then directs him to a nearby lake, whose tranquil water hides actual danger beneath the surface. As Hanuman enters the water, a massive crocodile attacks. Hanuman reacts instantly, destroying the creature and shattering the illusion through direct action. Liberated by Hanuman, the creature reveals herself as a cursed Apsara named Danyamali. She exposes the sage as a demonic operative, turning the trap intended to stop Hanuman into a source of truth. KALNEMI's deception fails the moment it is met with unyielding, active devotion. Hindu texts refer to two distinct figures named KALNEMI. The Puranic KALNEMI is an ancient king slain by Vishnu and reborn as Kamsa. Our subject is the Ramayana KALNEMI, Ravana's minister. He represents a different threat, the calculated use of deceit. This distinction matters because the two characters embody different challenges. One represents cosmic conflict, while the other represents the betrayal of trust. Hanuman returns to confront the fraud. Regional traditions describe KALNEMI desperately shifting into the forms of a bird, a lion, and a 100-horned beast to survive. Hanuman overcomes each one. By identifying this specific KALNEMI, we see him for what he is, an archetype of spiritual fraud. This encounter is absent from Valmiki's original text. Devotional works like the Adhyatma Ramayana and the Ramcharitmanas included it because it highlights a specific quality of Hanuman. The episode shifts Hanuman's role from a warrior to a savior whose weapon is vivek, or discernment. This is reflected in iconography. Hanuman carries the mountain, the solution, while the conquered obstacle, KALNEMI, is shown beneath his feet. KALNEMI represents the internal barriers that derail a righteous path: deceit, doubt, and the false sages who wear the mask of holiness. Hanuman sees through the Maya by remaining completely focused on his duty. His devotion provides the clarity to identify falsehood when others might be misled. This is the essence of his title, Sankat Mochan. He does not just slay monsters, he breaks the illusions that hold us back. The defeat of KALNEMI is the visual promise of Sanatan Dharma, that truth pursued with devotion will always strip the mask from the deceiver.